Hey guys, and welcome back to the Weekly Rundown. This is episode 9, and I'm just going to be talking about the things I've been reading over the last few days. So I'm just going to jump straight into it, guys. So first off, I started reading the first book in Michael Moorcock's Hawk Moon series of novels. The first one in the series is called The Jewel in the Skull, and it's pretty entertaining. It's very medieval-esque fantasy, but with like touches of science fiction, and it's like in this post-apocalyptic Europe, where nations are split into kingdoms and dukedoms and such, and there's magic, it meets science and monsters and knights and such. It's really interesting. I've been really wanting to get more into genre fiction as of late, and so I just kind of, I've always heard of Michael Moorcock, and he's considered as like one of the great science fiction fantasy writers. So I was really wanting to jump into his stuff. So first thing I read by him, but great so far, and I look forward to reading the other books in the Hawk Moon series. On the more literary note, I've been reading Kurt Vonnegut's novel Slapstick. I'm about midway through it. It's a very weird novel, but it's very interesting and very funny. And it also has like this weird kind of like dystopian, surreal future setting that it's in, like in Manhattan, but like a alternate universe Manhattan. It's very strange, and it reminds me why I got into Vonnegut in the first place, and that's always a good thing. Recently finished I'm Half Sick of Shadows, the fourth novel in the Flavia de Luce mystery series. I just did a video on this. If you want my thoughts on this particular book, go to that video. I wasn't as crazy about it as I was the other Flavia de Luce novels, but that's not to say I didn't like it. And lastly, oh my god. Oh my god. So once in a while, I read a book of short stories that just blow me away, utterly and completely. The last one I did that was Adam Johnson's Fortune Smiles. This time it's Brian Evanson's A Collapse of Horses, and oh my god. This is the first time I've read Evanson. I have a friend that really likes him, and he wanted me to read him. Now I understand why. Evanson is a fantastic writer who writes horror, but it's more of a dreamlike surreal horror than a kind of like genre pulpy kind of horror. The stories are very weird and unsettling, but they're still grounded in horror fiction. Oh my god, there's so much to talk about. I don't think I could fit it in a weekly rundown video. So when I finish this is definitely going to get a full review. But yes, the stories in it are fantastic. The characters are realistic. The stories are not realistic, but there's a grounded realism to the people carrying it through that make them interesting. And my god, these are fantastic stories, and Brian Evanson is an amazing writer. I really want to read more of his stuff now. So, I'm not completely done with the stories. I only have 4 left, and I'll be done, but I blazed through this in just an afternoon, so that's saying something that my attention was held that long. So anyway, that's it for this episode of the Weekly Rundown, and my next video more than likely will be a Collapse of Horses review. So till then, I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you. Bye.